It may seem a little extreme, but these kinds of scenarios are happening every day and affect everyone, from the vulnerable, elderly and disabled to close family, friends and social care staff. But it doesn't have to be this way.
Hello, good afternoon, Blackpool Vitaline. Gwen speaking, how can I help?
Vitaline provides a 24-hour monitoring and response service that cares, reassures and protects people in their own homes and as they go about their daily lives. Some people have serious health problems and need to be closely monitored. Some get a bit unsteady as they get older and want to be sure that they'd be discovered quickly should they fall. Others worry that living alone makes them an easy target for crime. And some simply want to make sure that they have support to live independently at home for as long as possible. Whatever the problem, whatever the reason, Vitaline's range of products and services can help to create a safe and secure environment. By using the services of Vitaline, pressure can be lifted from family members, carers and social care staff, leaving them free to concentrate on other priorities, safe in the knowledge that their clients or loved ones are being cared for.
I mean, we know that there's somebody there always on call. My mum's aware that the fact that if she presses a pendant that she can get somebody there either to talk to or somebody round for emergency if she falls.
I don't worry about intruders coming in. I don't worry about having falls. And I know that they will alert my son if he is in the country, but mainly they will come.
Vitaline is proud of its control centre, its mobile ward and fast response service, and in particular its falls lifting service, which has proved invaluable for people who have fallen but not sustained an injury, avoiding a time-consuming call-out for an emergency ambulance and relieving stress for the patient. The telecare and telehealth services have a proven track record of preventing hospital admission, allowing early hospital discharge, reducing visits to GP surgeries and delaying admission to residential care. When things go wrong, Vitaline gives you that vital time that in some cases can save lives.
Hello, Mrs Langford, you're through to Gwen at the control centre.
Highly trained operators and responders are friendly and knowledgeable. They get to know the people they care for. And there are no complicated operating procedures. Often Vitaline's equipment is fully automated, leaving you to get on with your life.
I was frightened. I always had the fear of falling. No one would know that I'd fallen.
Well, the good thing about the telecare sensors is that they act independently. They will actually alert the control centre if they feel that there could be a problem. For example, the falls detector would indicate to the control centre if there was a sudden drop. Bed sensors will alert us if people aren't in bed or don't get up in the morning, if they're away from the bed for any period of time, which means that the client doesn't have to actually do anything. Once they're actually installed, because they are so discreet, then you don't see them. With all the telecare installations, everybody is given a pendant, so if at any time they feel that they need help, they can actually call for help on their own.
Hello, Beryl, is everything okay? I've got your bed chair up to full.
90% of all the calls received in the control centre are taken within 30 seconds. First of all, you've got basic telecare. This is a unit and a pendant that's programmed into a person's own telephone line. If they require assistance, they can press the pendant, which will send a call through here to the control centre. Secondly, we have enhanced telecare. This can tell us if a person has fallen, if they've left the gas on, if they've had a flood, or even if they haven't got out of bed in the morning.
The bed sensor we would predominantly use to monitor for nighttime falls. We can monitor to make sure that they get out of bed in the morning. We can set it with an absence time to make sure that if somebody has to get up to go to the bathroom, that they get safely back in bed. We've got temperature extreme sensors that would detect a gradual rise in temperature, which may indicate that somebody's left a pan on the stove. We've got door contacts that would alert us every time somebody's front door's opened if somebody was prone to wandering. The sensors are very varied, but as I say, very discreet.
The equipment's very unobtrusive. It was installed very quick and easily. It was just a question if somebody came out with a little box. It's like a little computer, and it was installed. I think it took about 10 minutes to actually do. It's very unintrusive.
My mum's age, she's frightened of technology, even operating a video, but the thing is that the technology's hidden and she doesn't know about it. So the fact that it enables her to live in her own home is enough in itself for my mum.
Sometimes people have health conditions that need monitoring regularly, but that doesn't necessarily mean they have to be in hospital. Vitaline is leading the field in the area known as telehealth, which is revolutionising how health professionals can care for people. Technology installed in the patient's home makes it possible for health workers to remotely monitor the condition, whether it's blood pressure, blood sugar levels, oxygen, heart rate, or other important readings.
Every day, the machine talks to the patient, and each morning it'll say to the patient, it's time to take your vital signs. So the patient will sit down, put the blood pressure cuff on their arm, put the probe on the finger, and simply press a button. The blood pressure will be displayed, the heart rate will be displayed, and their oxygen levels. They'll then stand on the scales, and it will display their weight. It also asks the patient questions, our set questions. Have they experienced any chest pain? Are they experiencing any difficulty in breathing? And are their ankles more swollen? Which are all signs and symptoms of heart failure. So you can actually set those questions accordingly to each patient and their illness.
These results are then automatically sent digitally and assessed by the Vitaline Telehealth Centre staff. If a patient's condition changes and it's a cause for concern, then staff are alerted and medication can be adjusted accordingly.
I actually receive a printout twice a week as well of all the trends. So if the patients don't actually have any alerts, I'll still have a printout sheet that I will obviously analyse twice a week. So for example, if the blood pressure is rising and I see a constant trend of a raised blood pressure, that indicates that their anti-hypertension medication needs increasing. A lot of the patients as well have become more aware as well regarding their health status.
What differences have you noticed since you began using telehealth?
The biggest one is peace of mind, because it gives me my readings every day, so I can go and carry on with the rest of my life, if you know what I mean.
Do you feel better informed about your condition now, and if so, why?
Yeah, I do feel better informed because I get my readings daily, so it allows me to get on with my life without too much trouble. I've been on it for some months now, and it's not been an inconvenience. It's, it's probably saved me having another heart attack.
What does this mean for the health service? Fewer visits or call-outs for doctors, nurses and ambulances, and more hospital beds for patients who need urgent treatment, and makes more doctors and nursing staff available for other areas of healthcare.
Well, I've noticed it has a big impact. Certainly for my patients, they're not visiting the GP surgery as often as that they did before. And also, obviously, because I'm keeping the patients well and they're not actually reaching a crisis point, i.e. where they'd have to be admitted to hospital, it's saving hospital beds, isn't it?
There are many situations which can sometimes leave you vulnerable and open to behaviour that can be both dangerous or threatening, and it only takes being in the wrong place at the wrong time once to leave you physically or mentally scarred for life. You may feel that your particular profession is at minimal risk from danger, but actually statistics show that if you work or travel alone, then you are vulnerable. Again, Vitaline provides a service that monitors people when they are out and about and can raise the alarm if they get into difficulty. With nothing more than your mobile phone, Vitaline will monitor journey times and contact the relevant parties in the event that you don't arrive at your destination on time. With peace of mind, you will be left to give your full attention to the job at hand, and if the worst was to happen, then there's somebody close at hand. Vitaline has a complete package of safety and security measures, so whatever situation you, your loved ones or your staff are in, you're safe in the knowledge that Vitaline is protecting you.
I would never like to be without it now.
Peace of mind. That's for myself and my wife.
To see her back in her own home, pottering about, even making the carers that come in a cup of tea. I mean, it's absolutely amazing to see.
I would highly recommend Vitaline. It's a great system.
It could not be more safe when I'm in here now.
Carers can't be there 24/7, but Vitaline can.
Mrs. Block, you're through to Beth at Control. You've pressed your pendant, are you okay? Okay, so I'm going to send a responder out to you, okay? They should be with you shortly, but I'll keep the line open until they reach you.
Hello, Mrs. Jones, you're through to D at Central Control. How may I help you? Okay, Mrs. Jones, I'll call the police directly for you.